So here's a great practice that we can do for face yoga and face massage. We'll start with just stimulating the lymph nodes. So we'll take 2 fingers, and with placing the middle finger in front of and the index finger behind the earlobe, we'll just give ourselves 10 light pressured circles. You can go clockwise and counterclockwise here. And then we're going to use the right hand on the left side of the neck to give ourselves, again, just 10 to 15 nice circles with a light pressure, just stimulating the lymph nodes. And we can use the left hand on the right side of the neck to do the same. And then we can use both hands and crossing them just under the clavicle. And we can cross the hands to stimulate the lymph nodes under the armpits as well. Again, just a light pressure. We don't want to crush them, we just want to stimulate them. So next, for our fascial releases, we can start with just a little pincher grasp on our left side, and we're going to gently pinch the eyebrow, working our way from the medial aspect to the lateral aspect and all the way out to the hairline even. And with each time that we do this, we can just get a little more of the eyebrow as the fascia starts to soften and loosen. You can even start to kind of grab a little piece of it and give it a little wiggle. And even maybe a gentle twist. And a wiggle and twist. And then we can move to the opposite side. And by loosening this fascial tissue, we're also kind of lifting the eyelids. This can help a lot with hooded eyes, and just to let the eye look brighter. And next we're going to use both hands to begin also doing a little fascial release from the jawline in front of the ear all the way up to the bottom of the cheekbone. And we can just keep on kind of grabbing that little bit of tissue and rolling it through the fingertips from the top down to the bottom of the jawline. And if this feels good to you, you can, just kind of start over again and do it through this lower area a few times. And just trace it over through the bottom of the chin and over to the opposite side. So in order to get the grip on those particular movements, we want to do it with a nice washed face and some maybe toner, but not with a lot of oil on the face. And now we can apply our serum. So we'll just take a few drops of serum and begin to gently pat that into the face. And the neck. And then we're going to take our hands and letting them kind of roll back into a very loose fist with the knuckles against the base of the neck. We'll slowly smooth the back of the fingers up the neck on both sides. And we can kind of work from the traps up the back side of the neck towards the back of the ears. And towards the front sides. But we don't want to come over the front of the neck where the thyroid gland is, so. And after a few sweeps of this, we can go ahead and change the direction, bringing that down the neck. So for our next exercise, we'll go ahead and sort of bring the chin forward and look up, stretching the neck. And while we're here, we're going to curl the bottom lip up over the top lip and give ourselves a big smile. Hold for 5 seconds and then release, and we'll do that 5 times. And now we're going to do the swan neck, where we essentially look over our shoulder and up to the left, feeling the stretch of the neck here, and we can make that kissy face. We don't want to create lines here, we just want to make it nice and gentle, kind of pushing those lips out. And we can give a gentle pull under the clavicle on the opposite side. And then we can do the opposite side, looking over the shoulder and then over behind, making that kissy face and stretching. So go ahead and do that 3 times on each side. Now for our frontal muscle on the forehead, we're going to interlace our fingers and place the bottom of the pinkies right over the eyebrow bone. And we're going to make contact through the fists and the palms against the frontal bone, and holding a nice pressure and sitting up tall, shoulders back and down. We're gonna give ourselves a surprised look on our eyes. So we're gonna do this about 15 times. This will reduce the signs of aging, but we're trying to use the pressure of the hands to not create any actual wrinkles, exercising the muscle against the resistance. One more. We can just slowly smooth those out. So now we're going to work on the 11s, and what we'll do is take the opposite finger to the inside of the bridge of the nose and smoothing it over the inside of the eye and over to about the middle point of the forehead. We really want to do this about 30 times. So about 15 times on each side. One more on each side. So now we're going to take both of our palms and we're going to place them against the inside of our cheeks. So we're kind of connecting from this lower part of the cheekbone, all parts of the palms, and we're going to smooth the face out until our hands are in front of our ears at the hairline. When we arrive there, we'll push our thumbs forward so that we're using the knife edge of the outside of the hand. And when everything is nice and stretched here, we're going to pull everything to the center of the face. And we'll do that 3 times. Now we're going to give ourselves what look like little hooks, and we're going to place the back of the knuckle against the bottom of the chin and gently sweep up to create a little smile. Do that about 8 times. And then we'll use that same technique to go from this bridge of the nose on scooping under the cheekbone, and then with the smile behind it, alternating. Six and 6, 7 and 7, 8 and 8. And for the other side. So next we can go into our hair pulling. So we're going to take a handful of hair and just give ourselves a gentle twist clockwise or counterclockwise and going the opposite direction. Just want to hold for a few seconds for each time that we pull and twist and twist in the opposite direction. So I think this whole routine that we've just done took about 15 to 20 minutes. But doing face massage and face yoga doesn't have to take 20 minutes at a time. So if there's any of these movements that you think feel good and you enjoy doing, you can do them upon waking, you can do them before going to bed, you can do them through the day. Any little bit of face yoga that you're doing or face massage that you're doing is going to be cumulative. So don't feel like you have to do this whole routine from beginning to end every time that you do face yoga. Just any investment you can make into your self-care. Find a little friction, just sort of using the fingertips with a moderate to heavy pressure to move that tendon and all that fascia on the scalp. And we're going to end with the Buddha. So we'll take a nice deep breath in, and holding that breath will create a really gentle smile, relaxing all the muscles of the face. Holding that breath for about 15 seconds. Namaste.